Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another useful episode here at EP Learning English, the channel that helps you learn English step by step and also helps you build a better life. I am very happy that you are here today. Maybe you are walking, working, relaxing, or studying. Thank you for spending this time with me. You are doing a great job by listening to English, and I am here to help you grow. Today we have a very important and very useful topic. Why making mistakes is good for learning. Yes, mistakes. Many learners feel afraid of mistakes. Maybe you feel this too. You think, I do not want to sound bad. I do not want to make mistakes when I speak English. But in this episode, you will learn that mistakes are actually good. Mistakes help you grow. They help you learn faster. In fact, if you are not making mistakes, you are probably not learning. In this episode, I will explain why mistakes are normal, why mistakes are helpful, how good learners think about mistakes, how to use your mistakes to improve faster, why you should not be afraid of mistakes, how to change your mindset about mistakes, how to build more confidence, even when you make mistakes. This episode is perfect for B1 English learners. I will speak slowly and clearly, so you can understand everything and learn new ideas. And as always, if you enjoy this episode, do not forget to subscribe to EP Learning English. Your subscription helps us grow and helps more learners like you. So, are you ready? Let us begin this journey together. Before we can understand why making mistakes is good for learning, we first need to understand something very important. Why are so many people afraid of making mistakes when learning a new language? If we think about it carefully, we will see that this fear does not come from the language itself. It comes from our mind, from how we think about mistakes. When we were children, we were not afraid to make mistakes. A small child learning to speak does not care if the words are wrong. A child says something, listens, tries again. And through many mistakes, the child learns to speak fluently. But when we grow up, something changes. We start to feel afraid. We start to think, if I make a mistake, people will laugh at me. If my grammar is wrong, people will think I am not intelligent. If my pronunciation is bad, people will not understand me. This fear is very common. It happens to many adult learners in all languages. But where does it come from? Let us look at a few reasons. Reason 1. Fear of judgment. Many people are afraid of what others will think. They imagine that native speakers will laugh at them or that classmates will criticize them. But here is the truth. Most people are not judging you. In fact, most people admire you for trying to learn a new language. Think about this. If you meet someone who is learning your language, for example, Arabic, and they speak with mistakes, will you laugh? No. You will be happy that they are trying. The same is true for English speakers. When they hear you trying, even with mistakes, they respect your effort. Reason 2. Perfectionism. Some learners believe that they must speak perfectly, or not speak at all. They think, if I do not know all the grammar, I should stay quiet. This is called perfectionism, and it is a big problem, because perfection is impossible. Even native speakers make mistakes. If you always wait to be perfect, you will never speak, and you will never improve. Let me give you an example. Two students are learning English. Student A says, I will try to speak, even if I make mistakes. Student B says, I will wait until I can speak perfectly. After 6 months, Student A is speaking and improving. Student B is still waiting and still afraid. Why? Because perfection is a trap. It stops progress. Reason 3. Negative school experience. Many people had bad experiences in school. Maybe their teachers corrected every little mistake. Maybe classmates laughed. Maybe they felt embarrassed in front of others. These experiences can create a deep fear. You start to believe mistakes are bad. But this is not true. Mistakes are a normal and necessary part of learning. Reason 4. Negative self-talk. Sometimes the fear comes from inside, from how we talk to ourselves. We tell ourselves, I am not good at languages. I always make mistakes. I cannot learn. But these are only thoughts, not facts. You can change these thoughts. You can choose to say, I am learning. Mistakes help me grow. Every time I try, I get better. Reason 5. Comparing with others. Many learners compare themselves to others. They think, my friend speaks better than me. I make more mistakes. This thinking is not helpful. Every learner is different. Everyone learns at their own speed. Your goal is not to be better than others. Your goal is to be better than you were yesterday. Summary. Fear of mistakes is normal, but it is not helpful. It comes from judgment, perfectionism, school experiences, negative self-talk, and comparisons. But here is the good news. You can change this fear. You can learn to see mistakes in a new way, and when you do, you will learn faster and feel more confident. In the next parts of this episode, I will show you how to change your mindset about mistakes and how to use them as powerful tools for learning. And remember, if you enjoy this kind of positive learning, do not forget to subscribe to EP Learning English. Your subscription helps this channel grow and helps more learners like you. Now, let us talk about a very important idea. Why are mistakes not only normal, but also necessary for learning? Why do all good learners make mistakes again and again, and why do these mistakes help them learn faster? Let us start with this simple truth. Learning any skill, including languages, always includes mistakes. It is impossible to learn a new language without making mistakes. If you are not making mistakes, it means you are not trying something new. It means you are staying in your comfort zone. Think about how we learn other skills. When a child learns to walk, they fall many times, but they get up again. When you learn to ride a bicycle, you lose balance. You fall, you try again. When you learn to cook, the first time may not be perfect. You burn something. You try again. And it is the same with learning a language. You will say the wrong word. You will use wrong grammar. You will pronounce something badly. And that is good. Why? Because every time you make a mistake, your brain gets feedback. You notice what sounds wrong. You learn what works better. And slowly, step by step, your brain builds a better model of the language. Mistakes are not failures. They are feedback. Mistakes show you what to improve. Without mistakes, you do not know what to change. Let me give you an example. Imagine two learners. Learner A always tries to speak, even if they make mistakes. Learner B is afraid to speak. They only study books. They never try to speak. Who will improve faster? Of course, Learner A, because every time Learner A makes a mistake, they learn something new. Learner B may know grammar, but cannot speak confidently because they never practice. Mistakes are a sign of progress. If you are making mistakes, it means you are trying new things. It means you are using new words, new grammar. That is how learning works. Now, let us look at another reason why mistakes are important. They help you remember better. When you make a mistake and you correct it, that moment is powerful for your memory. Your brain says, "Ah, this is important," and you remember it much better than if you only read about it in a book. For example, if you say the word "goed" instead of "went" and someone corrects you, next time you will remember, "Ah, it is went." That is why mistakes help you remember faster than only reading rules. Now let us think about real communication. In the real world, speaking is not about being perfect. It is about getting your message across. When you speak English, your goal is to communicate. If the other person understands you, you are successful, even if your grammar is not perfect. Mistakes in real conversation teach you what works. For example, you say something wrong. The other person looks confused. Then you try again, and they understand. Now you have learned something very useful. That is how real-life learning happens. Another reason why mistakes are good. They build confidence when you change how you think about them. When you make a mistake and survive, you learn it is okay. The world did not end. People still understand me. I can continue. Every mistake you make and recover from makes you stronger. Now I want to ask you a question. Who learns faster? The person who speaks a lot, makes 100 mistakes, and corrects them? Or the person who is silent and makes no mistakes? Of course, the first person. Because speaking, trying, making mistakes, that is how you grow. Mistakes equals action equals learning. No mistakes equals no action equals no learning. And remember, even native speakers make mistakes. They forget words, they change sentences, they correct themselves. So why should you expect to be perfect? Summary of this part. Mistakes are necessary for learning. They give feedback. They help your memory. They improve communication. They build confidence. They show progress. So next time you make a mistake, smile. Say to yourself, "Good, I am learning." And of course, if you like this positive message, do not forget to subscribe to EP Learning English. Your subscription helps this channel grow and helps many other learners like you.